Good evening, ladies, or people. Happy Wednesday evening. This is Stampin' Up with Jaimie. I'm doing my Wednesday night live Facebook tutorial. If you're catching this on YouTube, thanks for stopping by. I so appreciate it. Feel free to look around. If you have any questions, certainly let me know. Let me just make sure I'm live here on my Facebook page. And let's see if I can wait till someone hops on. If you're on, give me a shout out here just to make sure I'm live and good and going. I'm sitting here drinking coffee because my hands are so cold and they're freezing. It's so cold out here in upstate New York right now. Oh, hi Linda. Oh, good. I was afraid. It's been a little while. It's been a couple of weeks or so since I've been able to do a video, and I've so missed it. I really have. So I'm so happy to be here with you tonight, drinking my coffee and making a card together. I feel like I've missed you guys so much. From Virginia. It's got to be a little chilly down there, isn't it, Linda? I mean, probably not quite as chilly as it is up here, but chilly nonetheless. I have my hands around a cup of coffee right now trying to warm them up before we start crafting because my hands are so cold. And if you are a customer of mine, you should have received your occasions and celebration catalog by now. If you aren't a customer of mine and would like one, or if for some odd reason you haven't received a catalog yet, would you just let me know? I'd love to pop one in the mail for you. You can email me or message me somehow. And I'd love to get one in the mail for you. It's definitely worth taking a browse through. It's a really good catalog. Hi, Barb from Tucson. Oh, thanks for sharing it. I appreciate it so much. Ooh, 37. Ooh, that's got to be cold for you guys. I think right now here it's about 20. Oh, my hands are finally warming up on this cup of coffee. Hi, Michelle. Good evening. How's everyone doing tonight? How's everyone doing? Is everyone ready for Christmas? Okay, I gotta put the coffee down. I feel like I'm just about ready, almost. Hi, Christine. Oh, thanks for sharing it. I so appreciate it. Oh, hi, Christy. Oh, wow, we got lots of people. Yay. Hi, Christy. I will see you on Friday. Hi, Lisa from Wisconsin. Oh, have a Merry Christmas, too. That's so nice of you to say. So I'm so excited about tonight's card. I mean, I usually am. I'm taking a break from Christmassy stuff. From, oh, how do you pronounce that, Christine? Ovid? New York? Huh. I wonder, where is that, Christine? Are you, like, Buffalo area? Rochester area? Oh, thanks for sharing it, Lisa. I so appreciate it. Thank you. I've never heard of that, let alone know how to pronounce it. Barb says, I guess I won't tell you you were supposed to hit 78 off. 78? What? 78. That's like a summer's day here. Bama? Carrie? Is that where you're from? Sorry, I'm just taking another sip of my coffee because my hands are so cold and I'm trying to warm them up before we get crafting here. Okay, let's dive in. 78, I just mind blown. I can't imagine that. It's upstate, like an hour from Rochester. Okay, gotcha. I'm right outside Albany. I don't know if you knew that, but yeah, right outside Albany. So we're kind of neighbors. You love 78? Oh my goodness. You know, true story. I lived in South America for about 3 years, and obviously the seasons are opposite. So for like 3 years, we would celebrate it in like summer weather, going to the beach and stuff. I never could quite wrap my brain around it, but you know, it is fun for a season. I do like a traditional kind of upstate New York Christmas. Okay, so let's get going. I put this card out, well, I made it yesterday, and then I put it out on my Facebook page for people to kind of chime in because I was kind of stumped. This was my final product after you guys kind of chimed in and helped. I wasn't sure to keep it like super simple and clean or to add some stuff to it. I know I've been super busy. I know you all are super busy right now. And so honestly, my cards have kind of reflected that and have been more streamlined and super simple, maybe even compared to a month or so ago. I just want to be crafting, and I actually really appreciate a simpler card sometimes. Less really is more. Oh, thanks, Linda. I appreciate it. So the card is using the New to the Occasions catalog. Again, if you don't have it, customers should have received it like yesterday, today, or tomorrow. So if you haven't received it during that time, please let me know. Hi Karen, how are you tonight? These gorgeous dies are in the Occasions catalog. They're from the Lovely Flowers Edgelets dies. Say that 10 times fast. And they're gorgeous. They really are like jaw-dropping gorgeous. This beautiful kind of rose, whatever, is what we're going to use to make both sides of this. This here, this edgelet here, mirrors this. So after I made the one card last night, I thought I would kind of play around a little bit, and I came up with a second version. This one was just a little bit more stepped up, and honest to goodness, I was sitting here with my girls earlier, and they were like, which one do you like more? And I don't know. I kind of like them both for different reasons, although I put this DSP behind it, and I'm almost wondering if I should have left it on white. But anyways, I'm telling you this because in order to get the matched silver foil to match up perfectly to this, you have to use the edgelet. Does that make sense? So the floral here cuts out, in this case, the petal pink, and then the edgelet, in this case, cut out the silver foil to go behind it. Does that make sense? So if you are looking to have a different color cardstock perfectly underneath your cutout die, this floral cutout die, then you're going to use this edgelet. It's really pretty. Oh, thanks, Michelle and Linda. Thank you. Oh, I know. I don't know. I like this one because I like white. I use white a lot on my cards because I think it just keeps it bright and fresh. And this one has no white on it. So I think that's what's throwing me off about this card, but it is really pretty. I like them both for different reasons. So this die set here is part of a bundle, and it coordinates with the Forever Lovely stamp set here, again from the 2019 Occasions catalog. It will be available beginning January 3rd. And this here matches up to this. So I could have stamped these, and then that die cut would have matched perfectly over it. Does that make sense? And then if I want some leaf details, so you could do like triple layering. You could stamp the flowers, you could stamp the leaves over the flowers, and then you could cut out a die cut to go over them both. So lots of possibilities. Again, this will be a bundle. So if you buy them together with a special product code, item number, you will get the 10% off, which is well worth it. And lots of possibilities. This is really fun. This is kind of like a corner die piece, and then these are really fun too. Those just cut out like little details on the, you know, if you had like a square and you needed some extra whatever. Anyways, but I'm not actually using the stamp excuse me, the stamp set. They have "You Are Loved," "Wishing You a Lovely Day." I kind of wanted a long sentiment though. So the sentiment that I'm using is coming from the Another Wonderful Year stamp set. It's in the current annual catalog. It was new to this year. It's a double set, so I don't know. It's over there. I didn't pull it, but this is just one half of them. And I think I bought it for this sentiment, just a friendly hello. I love sending cards that are just because cards, or hey, how you doing, or thinking of you, or just to send a hello cards. Those are really my favorite to send. People might expect birthday cards, they might expect Christmas cards, but a just because card people don't expect. And I really think there is power in a card. Sticking a stamp on something, put it in snail mail. It really has a way of brightening someone's day and putting a smile on their face. So that's why I chose what I chose. So this variation here would be easily replicated by what I'm going to do today, and I'm going to show them both on my blog next Wednesday. So if you want to learn how to make that, pay attention, I guess. It's pretty easy. So let's dive into today's card. It's still, I did add some different elements to it, but overall it's still a pretty simple, easy card. And I really think it has kind of a wow factor to it. I can't find my bone folder. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm starting off with Whisper White cardstock. I would normally tell you to use the thick Whisper White, but I am flat out. I cannot believe it. I must I don't know. I never reordered it when I when I used it all up. So I'm just using the regular Whisper White. However, I would highly recommend using the thick Whisper White when you're using it as a card base. It just adds a little extra oomph to it. And that would be a technical term, by the way. Next, I'm using my favorite pink, which is Petal Pink cardstock. This one here, let's see, is 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. That's going to be our top piece there. And then the bottom piece is 4 1/4 by 2 1/8, and that's the lower piece. And you have to kind of measure by the lowest point to the highest point. So I hope I did that correctly. We're going to find out real soon if I eyeballed that correctly. Okay, so about this framelit, there's these two, see how they have like 2 lines here? It's kind of meant to be a little more cockeyed, so to speak. So if I were to put that straight on my grid paper, it doesn't go straight across. It kind of goes up in curves, but I did want to use it kind of straight across, so I kind of forced it to go straight across. So normally I would have this all cut out for us so you don't have to watch me use the big shot, but I didn't do it ahead of time, so I got to pull it over here. I apologize, it's going to make the the camera shake a lot. So I just have to figure out, okay, this. And I'm going to kind of get it straight. Can you see? I hope you can see that. Ah! Oh, ah! I have it on my, there we go. Straight, as opposed to kind of cockeyed. And I want the rose in. Oh, look what I did. Do you see what I did? I put both platforms over it. So we're going to do it like that. And I found that the precision plate would probably be ideal for this framelit because it is super detailed. I apologize, the camera's shaking like crazy every time I do that. But I just go over it a million times. And then I always check it to make sure it punched out a good punch, because if not, everything's still in place and I can run it through pretty quickly. But it did. It looks like it did. So let's set that one aside for a moment and carefully take that out. Now you're gonna see that, can you see? Yes, you can. It die cuts as well as embosses. So this little guy here and these kind of swirls, and there's some other details down here, those are just straight up embossed. Now this roller, I love it. It'll save your life when it comes to all these details. And it does come with what's that called? Like a little foam pad, I guess. I don't ever use the foam pad. I just hold the card or the paper right up to my hands and kind of force the roller into the grooves. I did find yesterday that the little guys are a little more stubborn. So then I just take one of my paper snips and poke them out. These smaller guys don't like the roller as much. Oh, see, that one didn't cut through very well. So in this case, we just make it work. Come on up. Like that. There we go. I think. There we go. So that's the top piece. Let's get rid of all those pieces. And then we're just gonna do the same thing on the bottom piece. Hey, Amy, good evening. Oops, there's a little guy being stubborn. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna take the big shot again. I apologize, it's gonna make it shake like crazy again. And this time we're using the small one. And I just have to double check how yep, again I have the rose going out, like into the card. And I'm gonna make it go straight as opposed to the kind of crooked. Look at my plates. Look at how well loved they are. I was actually thinking the other day, I was like, I should probably get new plates. They still work. They're just not as pretty to look at. I never find that they really stop working. They just kind of like put off a film after a while. And be sure to flip your plates often. Don't keep them always in one direction. So I'll use it like this for a while and then I flip it over. That way it doesn't get warped in the middle. Oops. Am I still straight? Okay. Now, gently and carefully. Oh, I didn't check. Yep, we're good. Okay. Gently and carefully pull it off. There's this little guy, this little one that sticks out. It always makes me a little nervous. It's almost like he wants to break. So just be careful. And then use your roller to get all those little goodies out. Don't get new ones until they break. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to run that through. That little piece didn't come out. You know, I've never had one break on me, Amy. Have you? They look nasty, but they still work. I know. I just get tired of like looking at the disgustingness, so I get new ones every month. I've never had one break. Okay, sorry. I gotta run that through again. The little center here didn't come out all the way. So I just, and this happens to me, so I just put it over it and kind of like move my fingers back and forth to make sure it's in the grooves that it should be in. They look nasty. I know, look at it. You can see all the circles I've done. You can tell that I use a lot of circles. But new plates are just so nice to look at. It's like, ah, look how clean and nice and pretty they are. Let me just double check. Oh, okay, much better. You use yours until the side splits on them. You've had several break. Really? I must not use mine enough. Oh yeah, look at that, came out really nice. Really? I've never had one break on me. I feel like that means I'm not using them enough. Okay, let me just double check that we all fit here, because I kind of eyeballed it. And I forget I could always trim it down if I needed to. Oh no, it fits. It's kind of tight. I feel like the other one's not quite so tight. I might trim it down a little bit. Let's see. Oh yeah, that one's definitely up a little bit more. I think I'm gonna trim that one just a little bit. Let me get my trimmer out here. Maybe like, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch or so. Ever so slightly. Whoa, I'm doing this backwards. This is weird. Bear with me. One of you is gonna earn this card, and so I wanted to make sure it's perfect for you. Oh, me. Perhaps you use yours too much. That's hysterical. Oh, should I give away something? I have a couple of goodies to give away, and they've been sitting here, and I keep thinking, oh, I'll do a big giveaway on my blog, and it just hasn't happened. So I thought maybe I'd give them away tonight. Should I do a giveaway? Do you guys want to get some? I have 2 ribbons to give away. Sorry, I had to drink a cup of coffee here. So I have some silver and pool party baker's twine and gold. I don't know. It just says gold on it. This is it's like shiny gold with like a little bit of white around it. I don't know what it technically is. And this is the silver and pool party baker's twine that has they're like wound up together with white. So I have those 2 to give away. Let's give away the gold first. And what I was going to do was, on my piece of paper here, I was going to write a number from, how many people do we have watching? Okay, from 1 to 10, and to see whoever guesses the number would win. I'm going to give away the gold first. So I'm going to do it off screen because that would be pointless if I wrote it down with you could see it. Okay, so I just wrote my number down. You guys go ahead and write in the comments, pick a number between 1 and 10. And whoever picks my number first will win the gold. There's a little bit of delay, so give me a time to see your numbers. But go ahead. This is like a commercial break. A commercial break from the card. Okay, so far, no. Keep going. If you don't like the gold, I guess don't guess a number. That's funny. Oops, I keep hitting. No, still no. Nope. Keep going. I'm just going to sit here and drink my coffee while you guys guess numbers. Oh, there it is. Linda, you want it. Number 4. Yay! Woohoo! You got it. You guessed the number. Okay, so I'm going to write Linda in gold. She's still guessing numbers. You won it. You won it. There's such a delay. Okay, so that one goes to Linda. Linda, I don't know if I have your address still. Will you just shoot me an email? Stampin, Stampin, Jaimie, Jaimie, @gmail. And I'll pop it in the mail for you. Yay, Merry Christmas. Okay, I'll give the other one away in a second. Let's continue with the card for a little bit, and then I'll do the baker's twine. Because this has such a beautiful detail to it, instead of gluing it down, I decided to use dimensionals to kind of prop it up, because I feel like when the light hits it, where's my card? Here it is. You know, it gives off like these shadows, and I think it just kind of accentuates the detail in it. So I did go ahead and adhere it down with dimensionals. But before, actually, no, I guess I wrapped that. Yeah, I should probably do that first. I didn't do that before. Where is it? Here it is. This is the new Whisper White Jute ribbon. Again, new to the Occasions catalog. Gorgeous, gorgeous. It's similar to the burlap. However, it's much more like flexible and kind of light and not so stiff. So it's easier to do, like if you wanted to do a bow with or tie a knot as I did. It's a lot easier to use than the burlap per se, although I do love burlap, don't get me wrong. So let's see here. It was easier to do when I had it on the card, but all I did was tie a knot. I gotta cut it. I can't do it. Not cut. Okay. Tied a knot at the top. Oh my God. That's hysterical. I don't know if you just heard my husband just sneezed upstairs. Okay, so that's the way I do a knot is I kind of keep it straight, and then I flipped it around and then tied it. I don't know why, but I did it without flipping it around earlier, and the knot itself was kind of weird. So this knot kind of lays flat, and see how like my tails are kind of like horizontal? When I didn't do it like that, they were all kind of crazy all over the place. And I tied it kind of short. I normally love like really long ribbon tails. I do. I usually keep them really long, but I kind of wanted them on the shorter side, and I might trim them even more still once I get it all together, because I didn't want it to take away from any of this kind of gorgeousness that's going on here. I had actually played around with tying a Whisper White baker's twine bow like right in the middle here, and the tails were hanging down, and it just really took away from the beautiful detail here, so I decided not to keep it, and I pulled it off. So let's grab some dimensionals here and place them around. That's the one thing with this big a thing is you're going to use a ton of dimensionals, but that's okay. They're a nice stocking stuffer, and I think it just adds a nice element that the die cut detail here is raised. I can't get them off. Come on, come on. There we go. Now this is tricky because you have to put it on the Whisper White and get it to cover and be straight and everything else. So, you know, just do your best. That looks about right. And then you're going to do the same to the bottom. I considered stamping first and then adhering these down, and I may regret not doing it that way this time, but I chose not to. I don't know. I figured I could probably get it in the desired area without having to, come on, figure it out ahead of time. Okay, so, oh no, I didn't. I thought I put it on backwards for a second. Oh my goodness, I just scared myself. Did you hear me gasp? I thought I did it backwards. I thought it was like that. And then the bottom goes down. Oh, don't stick yet. See, that's the problem. You gotta, okay, gorgeous. Okay, before we move on, let's give away the baker's twine. Baker's twine and my Stampin'. Okay, I'm gonna write another number from 1 to 10. Okay, I wrote down my number. You all start putting in other guessing numbers. I'm going to take a drink of my coffee here. I apologize. There is a lag between you typing and me seeing it. So go ahead, start guessing numbers. I'm going to get ready to stamp my sentiment here. I don't see it yet, so keep going. Keep going. Nope. 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 Wow, you guys all thought I almost went 7 too. That's so funny. That's really funny. Nope. Keep going. Who wants some bakers? Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, Linda. Okay. Linda. Look what number it is. How do you always guess my number? I should have left it going to see if someone else guessed it. No one. Oh, I feel so. I wanted. Okay. Okay, there. Well, let's give it to Michelle because Stone picked me. We'll give it to Michelle since she was the second person to guess 10. You're a lucky person, Linda. Michelle. And you're very generous to give it to someone else. That's very kind of you. Okay, so let's finish the card. And I still do have to draw someone's name to receive the card. So there will be another lucky winner. Again, the sentiment comes from the Another Wonderful Year stamp set right there. It's from the annual catalog. And, oh gosh, why am I feeling like I'm going to regret not having stamped first in case I messed up? I'm stamping this in Memento black ink. Like so. Oh, you're welcome, Michelle. Okay, so I'm going to move it a little bit out of eye shot for you just because I want to make sure I get it just right. And I don't want to stretch. So, oh boy. Are you nervous? I'm nervous. Oh, you liked playing. Good. Oh, look at that. I sweat that one out a little bit. If that wasn't straight, we were going to have issues. So one of my tips for when using, this is a clear mount, but even for the new upcoming cling mount. So what I like to do is use my grid paper ahead of time to kind of test, because although in theory, the words and the letters on a stamp should be straight to the stamp, right? So in theory, all these letters are straight and all I have to do is line up the bottom of my stamp set. It doesn't always work out that way. So what I do is, before I stamp, and I did this ahead of time, so I knew it was straight, but I take my grid paper and I just find a line, any line, it's full of them, and I match the bottom of my stamp up to the line, and then I stamp down. Now, when I lift up, I'll be able to see if that stamp, the words are straight on the stamp. And if they're not, and many times they aren't, they're just a little bit kind of crooked one way or another, I'll just kind of play with it again. I'll ink it up again and stamp it on my grid paper, kind of compensating for it. So if it's a little crooked that way, I know I have to stamp it a little bit this way. And then I'll play with it on my grid paper until I kind of get the idea of, you know, how I need to position it. Especially if I'm going like directly on a specific spot and I need it to hit just right. You know, with the photopolymer, it's so easy because you can just see through the stamp, boom, you got it. But with the clear mount, the old clear mount, and the new cling mount, we can see through it and we don't know if the words are perfectly straight. So just a little tip that I like to do, and I did it for the sample card, and this one actually is like pretty straight on, so that wasn't a problem. And lastly, you guys suggested adding some bling to the card, so I just took some rhinestones and added them ever so kind of here, there, all over the card. And look at this, I'm almost out. I made sure I left enough small ones for me to finish off tonight's card. I definitely have to order more of these. So I had kept it super simple, and people suggested adding ribbon and some bling, and thank you to everyone who suggested. I really, really like how it turned out, and I appreciate all your help in creating the card. So if you are watching and haven't left a comment yet and would like to receive tonight's card, just shoot like a hey or a hi or something in the bottom, and then when we're done here, I'll throw all the names in a hat and draw one lucky winner to receive tonight's card. And as always, don't hoard your cards. I tell my class attendees this all the time. We don't make cards to hoard them. We make them to mail them. So make sure you mail the card if you are the lucky winner tonight. Ladies, it's been a pleasure to do this with you. I will be back next week, the day after Christmas. Craziness. So I won't talk to you before then. So have a very merry and safe Christmas with your families. I hope it's just a great time, and you get to relax and hopefully craft a little bit too. I will see you next week, ladies. Thank you for watching. Take care.